The Mid-Sodor Railway, Season 2, Episode 12, Revenge of Diesel 12. Diesel 12 is a small, narrow-gauge diesel. He was the engine that tried to destroy the magic engine's seat. The engines don't like him because of it, but he has had a bit of history after he tried to destroy Sid. He fell onto a barge, and when the manager found out about it, he brought him to the coal mines to make him do the coal mines duties. Then when Jack the coal mine engine, came along, he was free from the mines, and then he began to plan his revenge. However, then he was called back to do the night trains at the mines, and he's been doing the night trains ever since. He had become Stanley's friends, but only at nights. Today was his time to put his plan into action. Right, it's time that I put my plan into action, he said. And my plan will be marvellous, he said. Driver, pull me up to those switches. Okay, he said his driver, and he slowly drove Diesel 12 up to the switch. Good, stop. Now, turn me off. The driver turned him off. And now all I got to look, all I got to do is look sad. So where should I go? Said his driver. Now, go into that house and wait for an engine to come. Okay. Oh, set up the rest, he said. Okay. And his driver went up into the house. I went to go and ask the person in the house if he could have a cup of tea. Diesel 12 used Crunchy to switch the points, so now it would lead to the engines to be able to derail. Now all I do is wait, he said. Tim the mine engine was the first to fall into his trap. He needed to get all the way to the winch to help Jim. When he came out the tunnel, he went slow, like his driver did when he overcame his fear. Nothing can go wrong, he said. Oh no, Diesel 12, what do you want? He said. I've broken down, said Diesel 12. Oh, said Tim. Tim had not realised the points had been switched. Can you please help me? He said. Of course, said Tim. Us engines need to stick together, you know. And Tim rolled forwards, but he was sent onto the wrong track. Wait, what? Where am I going? Help me, he said. And Tim fell into the water. That's my first one down. Now I need to get on the others. I probably should keep my voice down, otherwise they'll recognise me and I'm trying to get them. Shh, he said, and he went back to looking sad. Duke was the next engine to fall into his trap. He went into the tunnel and came out the other side. He also did not realise the points were switched. Diesel 12, he said. Oh, hello, Duke, he said. I've broken down. What? Said Duke. Yes, I've broken down. Can you please help me? He said. Well, I can't say no to helping an engine, he said. And he steamed forwards but went on the wrong track. What? What's going on? Said Duke. Oh, you little engine, he said, and as he fell into the water. Where's Grandpuff? Said Stuart. I don't know, said Falcon. Should I go and search for him? Said Stuart. Yes, we cannot have a railway without Duke, said Falcon. You mean Grandpuff? Said Stuart. Yes, Grandpuff, said Falcon. So Stuart went to go and find Duke. I will find Grandpuff, he said. I'm gonna be the one to find Grandpuff, he said. And he sang that tune all the way. he went into the mountain road's tunnel and steamed out to find... "Stop, Stuart, stop," said Diesel 12. "A Diesel 12, he said. "Stuart, please help me, I've broken down," said Diesel 12. "What? Tell me where Duke is and I'll give you a ride. How about you take me to the works and then I tell you," he said. "Okay, but then again I might not know where he is." "Okay," said Stuart, but he went on to the wrong line again, like all the others. What's happening? Ah! "Hey, Stuart," said Duke. "Hey, Stuart," said Tim. "Hey, you both," he said. "Where is Stuart and Grandpa? Stuart should be back by now," he said Falcon. Then he heard a whistle. "Oh, great," said Falcon. "Hello," said Stanley. "Hello, Stanley, I nearly called you Stuart." "Oh, it's all right," said Stanley. "Why are you so angry?" "Stuart went to find Grandpa, and he's not back yet. Should I go and search for them?" said Stanley. "Yes, I'll try and find Bud and Stuart," he said, and he went off. "Wait, who's Bud?" said Falcon. "Bud is Grandpa, whoever that is," he said. "Oh, you mean Duke?" "Yes," said Stanley. And he carried on his way. He came out the tunnel and saw Diesel 12. "Diesel 12, he said. "Oh, Stanley, please help me," he said. "Why would I want to help you?" said Stanley. "Please, I've broken down." "Fine," he said. And Stanley steamed off onto the points, and you probably get the drill by now. "Ah! Ow! Oh, my cap!" said Tim. "Sorry," said Stanley. "My funnel," said Stuart. "Sorry," said Stanley. "At least I was safe from the crash," said Duke. Yeah, good to be you then," said Stuart. "Where is Stanley and Stuart?" said Falcon. And there's Grandpa. I'll go and find them," he said. Falcon went off to find the engines that had fallen. He only knew that Stuart, Grandpa, Duke, really, and Stanley were missing. He did not know Tim was missing. "A Falcon," said Alfred. "Yes, Tim's also missing. Can you try and find him as well?" said Alfred. "Oh my, yes," said Falcon. "I wonder where they are," he said. He went into the tunnel. Well, you probably know the drill by now. And then he came up to Diesel 12. "A Diesel 12, said Falcon. "Hello, Falcon. Can you please take me to the works? I've broken down." "Well, before Falcon could carry on his sentence, he looked at the rails. He realised the points were switched. "Oh no, I'm not doing it now. You're trying to crash me," he said. "What?" said Diesel 12. "How did you know?" "Rails," said Falcon. "Oh," said Diesel 12. The driver switched the points, and Falcon rolled up to Diesel 12 and gave him a bump. "Ow, ow, ow," said Diesel 12. "Now I have to get a crane to get those engines out of there," he said, and he raced back to get a crane. That night, Stuart, Falcon, Duke, Stanley and Tim were at the sheds. "Why did he have to get me? I was the first one to go down, you know, said Tim. I know that, said Duke. I didn't know that, said Stuart. Neither did I, said Stanley. Stop complaining, said Falcon. Duke, it seems like you and the others will not be able to run for a while, said a workman who was repairing Duke. Oh bother, he said. It's gonna take a long time for you to be repaired, said the workman. Same with all of the rest of you. Bother, said Duke. But I need to pull the train. That's tomorrow. Now, said Stanley. Isn't it tomorrow, said Tim. Yes, but I need to pull it tomorrow. And there will be not enough engines to handle the mine, he said. And who will take care of my passenger duties? I really don't like how you all got crashed in the water by Diesel 12, said the first coach. Yes, you deserve more respect, said the other coach. Wait, said Falcon. We need an engine from the past. Like what engine, said Stanley. Duke, you told me about an old engine that used to work on this line, named a Label, said Falcon. Yes, said Duke. Then how about we try and get her here? She can repair us, can't she? It'd be a lot simpler to get Sid, but I think she's asleep at the moment. So let's try, said Duke. Label, old Label, please come to us. We need repairs for our jobs. Please, please, please. Help them, please. Now we wait, said Duke. They waited and waited and waited, but no engine came. I think it's not going to happen, said Falcon. But then they heard a whistle. The workmen were shocked, and so was Duke, Stuart, Falcon, Tim and Stanley. Is that the engine, Label? Said Falcon. Yes it is, said Duke. Oh no, help us, said the coaches. Oh no, she's gonna get us, said Duke. Then they saw Label coming up beside Falcon. Hello, brother, she said. I don't even know you, but I'm your brother, said Falcon. Yes, I'm a Falcon class, so I have to be your sister, she said. You don't have red and black eyes like Duke said. No, I've gotten over that, said the Label. Can you fix my frames? Said Falcon. Yes, and I could even fix those squeaks on the coach's wheels, said the Label. What? We don't have squeaky wheels, said the first coach. Yes, we are really useful and don't have squeaks, said the other coach. Duke, Stuart, Falcon, Stanley and Tim laughed. What? Calm down, said Label, trying to hold her laughing. I can help now. So with one mighty puff and one mighty hoof, Label blew steam out her pistons and covered up the entire sheds. Nobody was able to see. We can't see, said the engines. Soon the frogs stopped. Duke, Stuart, Stanley and Tim were surprised. They were as good as new. What? Said Duke. How did you do that? Said Falcon. You shall never know. Bye, brother, said Label, and she vanished. No wonder they call her the vanishing engine, said Falcon. Then Diesel 12 oiled up. Hello, said Diesel 12. The engines were still in shock, so they was not really caring to go angry, but secretly they were angry. Soon they couldn't hold the shock for much longer. Duke, Stuart, Falcon, Tim and Stanley were cross. "Come on," they all said. "Why did you have to push us in the water?" "Sorry, it was my revenge," said Diesel12. "Oh, you don't have to do the revenge," said Stanley. I've never been respected," said Diesel12. "What?" said everybody at the sheds. "Yes," said Ep12. "Ever since I've came to this railway, nobody's ever respected me, even before I came to this railway." "Tell us your story," said Stanley. "I was the first prototype narrow gauge engine of my class. I never had crunchy to begin with, so I was just an old diesel engine, just pulling trains like any other narrow gauge engine. I went to work at the old mines. Then it all closed and I was sold, and I never made it to the location I was meant to go," said Diesel12. "What?" said Stanley. "Yes. Then I found this railway and I decided to stay here for a long time. All of a sudden, I decided to get rid of Sid, the magic engine. Then your controller found me and blah blah blah, you know the rest," said Diesel12. "That does not give much information," said Tim. "What I'm trying to say," said Diesel12, "is that I've been never respected and my controllers never took good care of me," said Diesel12. Soon all the engines realised that they thought Diesel12 wrong. "So you only tried to destroy Sid because you were angry and you never got respected," said Stanley. "Yes," said Diesel12. "I may still do my old actions, but at least I know that I have some engines to care for me," said Diesel12. "We never said we'd care for you," said Tim. "But we must," said Duke. All the engines were shocked. Even Diesel12 and the coaches. All engines deserve respect. So we need to keep all engines okay and safe. So Diesel12, how about I tell the controller that you need some respect and that we will look after you?" "Yes, please," said Diesel12. But just as Duke said that, the controller cab. He had overheard all the conversation, and Stanley didn't even know he was in his cab. "Duke, are you out of your mind?" he said. "What?" said Duke. "You had overheard us," said Duke. "And I didn't even know you were in my cab," said Stanley. "Yes, I had overheard you, and I don't think Diesel12 deserves any respect. I think he's lying," said the controller. "But sir, all engines deserve respect, even one of the most rudest ones," said Duke. "I'm going to be sending Diesel12 for scrap tomorrow." "What? Sir, please, I'm so sorry for my actions. I've never been respected and I've never enjoyed my time and lifetime," said Diesel12. "It's never been a happy time," said Diesel12. The controller looked at Diesel12. He realised he now wasn't lying. "So you weren't lying," said the manager. "Yes." All the engines saw now was an old engine wanting to have a new life, being happy. The engines all of a sudden cared for Diesel12. Well, any engine deserves respect. We'll make sure to make you as good as new. And then you can pull all trains, said the manager. And if we have to sell you, don't worry, I'll tell the new controller of you to make sure they take good care of you, said the manager. Really? Said Diesel 12. Yes, said the manager. Thank you, said Diesel 12. This was the happiest day of his life. Diesel 12 has a new life pulling passengers with his new coaches that had the squeaky wheels. He is now Diesel 12 is now has coaches, and they're called after him. 1 and 2, but also nicknames Diesel and 12. Look, we got a new engine, said children. You come along, said Diesel 12. And he pulled the coaches along with everybody else into the tunnel and onto the mountain road.